What's going on YouTube? It's your boy at Don Keep It Going Charles. Back at it again with another video. Um, yeah, I'm just gonna drop just a quick one. Sorry about the noise in the background. It's a chair, old chair I got. I'm sitting in, bro. I'm in an old chair. But no, uh, yeah, I thought I'd just take the time out, and I don't know what I'm gonna title this video, but honestly, if when you can see in the video with you know, pretty much it's it's a garden of peace, um, definitely a garden of peace. I was heading over to the other trailer to check on my cat and for water and feed him and check on the other few things because uh. I think I told you guys all this already. Um, I right now I currently moved out of Illinois, and it's been a journey. It's been a major journey, bro. Just traveled everywhere for within the last 3 to 4 years. In 2 years, kind of. It's been a journey, bro. Uh, and it's been a beautiful one at that. All while the whole time just looking for peace, just a little bit of peace. Even having my own apartment with my girl, just a little bit of peace. But that was even stressful because, with bills and I hate using it as an excuse, but it's reality. With bills and Illinois having a high tax rate and gas, food, pet food, just the whole nine, bro. It's a headache, you know.
Yeah,
It
about,
it's a headache.
it's just peace, man.
But also while I was living there, I learned a lot. I enjoyed it, and I actually
one day, bro.
took care of responsibilities too, like I'm gonna do it here regardless,
I did
or
help
anywhere
build
I
a little
go.
bit of this, but I know my
It was a
reputation
journey,
was
bro. From
over
walking to work
there.
every
Most
day
I
for
did
an
was
hour and a
just work
half
and skate topping
to every
down
job
here.
I could get, if I can get,
That was
to
like 2022.
finally getting out of that place, out of that town, and just resting up and getting the right proper nutrition, getting the right proper sunlight. And I know it sounds corny, but you
Yeah,
just look in the video, dude. It's just
it was
beautiful, bro. It's
gorgeous,
so
bro.
peaceful.
Tomatoes and
Before I walked out there, I looked through a window. I was like, "Oh my god, bro! It's just so peaceful. It's just so beautiful, dude." I had to stop, take a moment, and then just take in Mother Nature right then and there, bro. Um, as you can see, I'm walking through the garden and everything, and you know, and I think I talked in the other video that I'm gonna show or showing right now. I put a lot of hard work, blood, sweat, and tears, and on that land, and I helped my grandparents put all that stuff down over there. They did the rest of the stuff while I was gone. Some of it, I did the landscape topping with my grandmother and all that, and I helped plant and all that stuff. I think those same boards over there where the water sprinklers going on. I don't know if my grandfather kept those same boards. He said he was gonna switch them out, but I remember helping him build those and putting dirt in it. God, dude, it was just difficult. But to see the results and see how the garden and the land turned out, and it just so happened the sun is just hitting it, the perfect light, perfect angle, the vibe, bro. That's just what I'm talking about, guys. You want to find some form of peace down the line or in between the time, bro. Um, like I said, it's not hard to
Ooh,
sit back and just wallow in everything and be frustrated, about stuff, and always angry because you're not in the right headspace and right environment. It's not hard to sit in all those emotions and shit. It's not hard because it's easy. It's difficult. But once you change your environment, it kind of forces you to change, and it does in a good way. and stress levels are kind of calming down and stuff like that. Like it's better when you're in a different environment versus when you're just constantly on the go and doing everything you're trying to do to keep a roof over your head or just a little bit of peace in the house. Um, that shit's hard. Within itself. But honestly, that is success right there. I know it sounds over bargain, but if you just look at the video, bro, it's just so peaceful, bro. And it just reminded me. Not only did I get the fuck out of that junky ass town, it reminded me, bro, I got the fuck out the hood too back in like 2019, 2016, or 2019. We ended up moving to the burbs in 2020, but I ended up moving back to Missouri 2022. Then I just started bouncing everywhere from then. But I was making a lot of money when I was
Look how
I had
beautiful
a
that was,
specific
bro.
job before I ran into my girlfriend, my now girlfriend. Things kind of went left, and I went with her to Iowa, and we just bounced from down there from all over the Midwest, you know. Um, but I did tell my sister, coming back, bro, it brought a lot of stress relief, bro. Coming back, I end up always coming back to the garden, bro. You know, within itself, it's telling me something like that's my inner peace, bro. Be able to smoke a blunt and just chill out and just look at everything and just relax and not be in the city too much and crazy ass towns too much. Just be not out in the middle of nowhere, but kind of out in the middle of nowhere, not too far out, but enough where it's just peace, bro, and not crazy weird shit going on, bro. Um, just years ago, I remember looking outside of my apartment when I was living in the hood, living on the south side, southwest side of Chicago. Dude got into it with his girlfriend, he
This
just
is what it's about,
here,
bro.
fuck it. He put his gun on her hood to prove something. Now, if that bitch was crazy, she could have just took the gun off the hood and just popped it with it. I don't know why he did that, but guys are always gonna have something to prove for the ones that they love. And there's so many stories. It's just yeah, bro. But like I said, coming back here was a big stress relief, bro. Coming back here, I'm always coming back to the garden. I'm always starting over in the garden. It's almost like biblical shit. Start over with dirt, start over with gardening, start over with producing, start over, the dirt, the clay, and all that stuff. Honestly, it's one of the best ideas I could have made. Could have made. Um, Me and my girl was just kind of fed up with that place anyway, and things shutting down out there, and things just nothing was changing out there. But you know what's changing? These fucking flowers in the garden every day. You can smell it. And it's just so beautiful. You know what's changing? The food that's being grown in those cages in the garden.
Ooh,
The strawberries, the onions, the different color. I didn't even know what I didn't even know plants can grow different colors that I've never seen before, bro. That was so amazing. It's just crazy. It's a crazy experience, bro. It's just like travel, except for you're going somewhere outside of an environment that you're not used to, and it's so beautiful and peaceful. If it's beautiful and peaceful, but it's so beautiful and peaceful, and something like extraordinary, Ew, yeah, bro. Hopefully, I get a garden like that one day. While I'm staying here, with the GPs, the G parents for a minute. Like I said, they always let me in, and I'm always having to start back over. And it's unfortunate that had to happen, but it's fortunate. You know, um, yeah, guys, if you can I don't know, make some changes, bro. That's all I can say. Just stay positive, stay motivated. It just took me going upstairs, looking outside the window, just like, bro, it looks beautiful. It looks amazing outside. Let me just go out there and just take a peep at everything, and if I can get some videos or stuff like that, I'll go ahead and do that.
yeah, that's
And
what this is about,
it's
bro.
just
It's all
crazy, bro.
about
It's
just
just
peace,
blissful.
man.
You know, before I left out of
One day,
Macomb,
bro.
got a chance to go to a car dealership,
I
meet
did help
my
build a little of this,
sister,
but
my
I don't know
girlfriend,
why.
and
Her parents are
her
much over there.
husband, soon to be
Most I did
husband,
was just
or
go
baby
after and
daddy.
skate chopping
You
down
know, they
here.
all signed up for a place at an auto shop or dealership.
That was like
They're gonna draw
2022.
a raffle to see who's gonna win this car or something like that, an avalanche. It's something like that. They signed up for it. It's for free. You know, it's little things like that, like getting a chance to
Yeah,
experience that. For some people, that's nothing to them. You
it's
know,
gorgeous,
it's
bro.
just little things like that, and little things, the cool, awesome things to you, the peaceful, blissful things to you, the just the right vibes to you, back to back, like editing,
Hey,
back
this
to
is
back
like closer to
scenes
that.
that's good on your conscious and subconscious, and that make you want to change. Just you know, just a little bit of luxury just makes you want to change sometimes, not for the bad or for the worse, or on some stubborn shit. Sometimes you do have to be stubborn, but not in a crazy evil way, bro. But yeah, you know, I knew we eventually were gonna end up leaving, and it was the best thing that we could have done. You know, things don't last forever. Bad
Good
things don't
talking
last
to you.
forever. Um, the worst doesn't last forever. Um, you know, I do miss being in the city sometimes. You know, um, I know right now my sister and her boyfriend they're up on their way there, or probably if not there now, but they're in like the suburb part, going to I think a baby shower, you know, and that's awesome. You know, I was gonna go, but I was like, yeah, I'm gonna just go with my mom out here to Columbia, help her move into her new apartment. You know, like I said, it's just changing different sceneries. You know, doing things, going out. You know, being a little productive. You know, um, but also engaging. You know, which is I think a lot of guys or just people in general should do. You know, honestly, yeah, if I just like just stay positive. You know, if this video doesn't get you that motivated, just be motivated a little bit, bro. You know, just be happy where you're at a little bit until you can move into something better, or with whether it's with friends
You
or
the only one keep
family or
playing.
just different things of that nature. You know, you shouldn't have to be around people that don't care about you or their environment. You know, that's a nightmare. You shouldn't have to move or be around things or stuff that's just gonna bring you down. You know, especially if you're a very creative person. You know, or sometimes people who are in the worst environment come up with the most creative things.
Bro,
You
look
know,
how beautiful that was, bro.
people are different. People are different. Everybody's different. Um, I will definitely look into investment. That's what I'm gonna do soon. Here, I'm gonna look into investing. I got my sister's laptop, so but I'm gonna listen to. I'm gonna look into investing. Shout out to Say Cheese TV. And a little bit of Charles White. Um, yeah, I'm gonna do a little bit of investing here. I'm gonna look into Bitcoin and gonna look into different stuff to invest in and just hope for the future. Start putting things away for the future because shit, This is my last year of my 20s. Oh man, that shit sucks. That's crazy to say that, bro. This is my last year of my 20s, bro. 2026. I'll be 30 next year. You know, time is just soaring by. Time is just flying by. So, um, but learned a lot of my 20s, bro. It fucking sucked. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Only thing I got out of it was just work and party drinking, trying to stay
It's
sober,
about
going to training, and your typical male guys that just live a certain life that
got the grill over there.
every rites of passage as a man will have to go to. You know, will have to go through. Actually, you know, it's like a rites of passage for young men to go through. You know, depending who you are. You know, unless you're super disciplined and rich and just know how to do everything from scratch or whatever the case may be. But I don't know. I don't know. Everybody's different. Um, it's been a long run in my 20s, bro. I've had fun. You know, you can't force anything. That's one thing I tried to do at a very early age in my 20s, and I learned you cannot force it. You want everything to work out right. Be calm. Be sharp. Be smooth. Don't force anything. but be very, very aware of everything around you. Environment, people, food, water, pets. This is everything. Don't mean that doesn't mean you have to be paranoid. You just be very, very diligent in where you go and what you say and stuff like that. I guess. Um, PC culture. Who gives a fuck though, you know? But yeah, this is my last year in my 20s, and fuck, I think within the last 3 to 4 years, I started growing fucking white hairs, gray hairs. A lot of that was probably just fucking drinking gallons of coffee every day, working triples and doubles and overtime for like 2 years straight, and dealing with chicks and shit, you know, their emotions and breakups and wanting to be with you, wanting not to be with you, just to screw it, you know, just everything, bro. Um, Training every day and drinking and shit here and there. It takes a toll, you know. It takes a toll. But I, it's been amazing, bro. Learned a lot. Like I said, guys, just don't rush into things. Don't force anything. Be smooth. Be sharp. Be aware. Put your money away. You know, and just manifest peace. Because that's all man want is peace, bro. At the end of the day, bro. It's just peace. Peace of mind.
Yeah, that's what it's about,
Now,
bro.
if you
It's
don't get
always
that,
about
then he's
just
gonna be
peace,
battling
man.
demons and shit. You know, who the fuck wants to do that? You know, you gotta go out every day and socialize with
One day,
people and deal
bro.
with their shit.
You know, I did help
Um,
build a little bit of this, but I know my grandparents did most of that over there. Most I did
yeah,
was
I'll
just
be
park and
30s.
estate
I'll be in my
shopping down
30s here
here.
next year. Be 30. The big 30, 30, 30.
That was like 2022.
I think walking in that garden or just walking around in that garden, bro, is just so peaceful, bro. I love it. I'm not gonna lie to you. It just really motivated me to do this video. Um, yeah, I'll be headed to my
Yeah,
30s. If there's, you know, any guys out
it's
there or
gorgeous, bro.
adults out
Tomatoes
there or
on this stuff.
whatever, got any advice, you know what I'm saying? Throw some this way, financial wise, you know, or just
Hey, let's get a little
throw
closer
anything
to
out there.
that.
You know, we're you know we're all at that point where you know everybody in the 90s is damn near almost in their 30s or in their 30s right now. You know, so you know it doesn't hurt to communicate to one each other.
From one another, from one another, you know.
And it don't hurt to talk to each other. That's why I don't really care for racism, because especially being a black man, a young black man or whatever, you know, you get a little older,
2022.
you want to talk to people. You know, you don't want to talk to strange, crazy people, evil people. You know, but you want to talk to decent people. You know, intelligent people. Sometimes, you know, like yeah, sometimes we all have to put that pride away. You know, put that bullshit away. Because you think about it, we all come together, bro. It's so fucking fun, bro. You'd be surprised how fun it is when people on this fucking earth come together. When people in the city come together in different towns, and you'd be surprised versus people living in fear, paranoia, hatred, and it's just it doesn't make any sense. So why go down that route, you know? But
Yeah, that's what it's
yeah,
about, bro. It's always
and I'm
about
gonna be an
just
uncle,
peace,
literally, bro.
man.
So not
Love.
only am I gonna be an uncle, but I'm gonna be an uncle.
One
Leaving the
day,
big
bro.
bro status. Well, I thought I was gonna be a big
You
bro
know, I did
status,
help
but
build a little bit of this,
I
but
kind of
I
am
know my
big bro
grandparents
status.
did
But
most of that over there.
I'm gonna be an uncle
Most I did
here
was
in
just
what
park
next
and estate
fall.
shopping down here.
Um, Pretty sure. I
That was
know
like
half the garden's still
2022.
gonna look the way it looks come fall a little bit, but um, it'll be a better harvest here soon. You know, all that stuff. So,
Yeah, it's gorgeous,
but
bro.
yeah, you know, I
Tomatoes on
thought
this
I'd
stuff.
just shoot the shit and just drop this video. Um, I'm gonna try and do some gardening
Hey, let's get a
videos.
little closer
I'm
to
gonna
that.
try to do some weed videos too. Um, but yeah, if you could find anything peaceful, bro, you just go ahead and drop it. You know, just go ahead and do it. You know, if you can just go through it. You know, anything peaceful and graceful. Um, yeah, you know, you know, like I said, I've had to leave the hood, and I've had to leave certain towns that were just too fucking junkified, bro. things were getting worse. Shutting down police departments. When a town is rampant with drugs and they run out of drugs, people do crazy shit. On top of closing down police departments or small police departments, it gets pretty fucking ugly out here, bro. People do crazy shit when there's no law. But this is what happens, when shit gets defunded or money's not coming towards a certain town or a certain state. Um, it shit happens, unfortunately, and then we have to get involved in the shit and do whatever we can to protect ourselves. Um, yeah, man, but that's my goal. That's just motivation, just being outside in that sun and the way the sun was hitting that porch and everything, and just looking at everything again like it was 2022. Time flies, bro. Time flies, but the vibes are there if you can catch it, man. And vibes can last forever, just like time. Um, yeah, just drop a comment below. You know, or pictures or whatever case may be. I thought I'd just do this video for you guys and just tell you, man, everything is gonna be all right. Keep stacking your money, bros. Keep stacking your money like I'm doing. Like I said, I'm trying to get into investments. Um, Swaggy D's out. Love you guys. Follow me at Don. Keep it going, Charles. Love you guys.